Exactly 10 minutes after 7, you're still on 94.3 Focus FM. Today is Wednesday, the 28th of July 2010. This is another edition of your Community Watch. And this is a magazine program on Focus 94.3 that seeks to educate and inform you on the latest that's happening in the country. And of course, you're on the campus of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We're running from now to 9:30. We feature news, interviews, and more, plus discussions. All in one place on 94.3 Focus FM. Again, it's your Community Watch. My name is Atakusi. I just say very good evening and welcome. Again, today is the 28th of July 2010. It's Wednesday's edition of your Community Watch. Now, very unfortunately, yesterday we couldn't conclude our program on the death penalty. We'll continue with that today. If you recall, I said yesterday that under the laws of Ghana, possible punishment for robbery, treason, or murder may be a death penalty or a death sentence. The death sentence exists in our statute books and laws, yet it is as silent as anything, as no execution has taken place since 1993 in the Republic of Ghana. Now, there's a fact that is silent proof that we do not really want it. Death penalty, should it be abolished or maintained? That's what we're doing here today on 94.3 Focus FM, as we update you on the news that have happened in the country, events happening in the country, and more right here on 94.3 Focus FM. And the MPP goes to Congress on the 7th of August. We try to find out exactly how the party is preparing for that. Recall yesterday, also Senyacha lecturer at the law faculty said that he thinks that the death penalty should be abolished since a mistake. One of the reasons he cited was that a mistake could have been made in the process of investigation. Now, should it, or in case later on is found that a mistake was made, a dead cannot be brought back to life. And also cited the fact that this is a very religious society, talk of Ghana. Most of us Christians who are aboard the convention, if you like, of an eye for an eye. So we could give the culprit a chance to repent and not killing. It's your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. You to have a voice. It's 1406. You type F, leave a space, and follow with your message. Yesterday, as you might have heard, Nano Brib Waheng of the MPP is a former Interior Minister. According to him, if Nanado does not win the primaries on the 7th of August, the MPP has no chance come 2012. Would you agree with him necessarily? We'll look at the possibility of combining Alang and Nanado. One as a flag bearer and then one as running mate. Is it possible? I am told that public universities are on a congress in Cape Coast. Whatever congress it is, we'll try to find out and give you detail on your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. The STS Korea saga continues. The MP4 Menshia challenges Works and Housing Minister Alban Sumana Bagwen to bring their deal to Parliament and stop the media gimmick. All this coming up for discussion as we go into details on your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. I've been joined in the studio by Abigail Asamoah, who in a short while will be giving us the news highlights. It's your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. Now let's start from some words of motivation again by Eunice Asantua. And Eunice says, look beyond your weakness and don't let them overshadow you. Your weakness cannot be stronger than the power that has been deposited in you. You are stronger than the things that prevent you from achieving total happiness. You have the power to work on your weakness. Do not be so conscious of them. Leave them in the hands of God and believe grace has taken care of them. Let's get Eunice Asantua of the English department here at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Eunice is also with us here at Focus 94.3. It's 15 minutes after 7. Time for the news highlights. And Abigail Asamoah joins us here in the studio. Abigail, good evening.
Good evening, Ate.
Abigail, how are you doing?
I'm doing great by God's grace.
Okay, so what's happening in the news here?
Yes. Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, Ghana's leading investment banker and a close associate of Nana Akufo-Addo, has suffered a bizarre car break-in at the vicinity of a national security building. The culprit appeared to have been captured by CCTV, yet the police are not being allowed by the national security operators in charge of the CCTV to view the footage. And at approximately 9:15 a.m. on Tuesday, July 20th, 2010, the New Crusading Guard gathered Mr. Oforiatta, accompanied by his wife, Dr. Angelo Oforiatta, parked his car, Toyota Highlander, on a street corner right opposite the exit of the Foreign Affairs Annex near Ridge Church. The couple was joining others, including Nana Akufo-Addo, for a funeral at the Ridge Church. They returned at approximately 10:30 a.m. to find that the back left window of the car had been completely smashed into pieces and their bags stolen from the floor behind the driver's seat. An anti-corruption crusader, PC Apio Ofori, has urged his colleagues in Parliament to reject a proposal to purchase 50 new buses for the Metro Mass Transit Company, known as a MMT. The buses are to augment the company's fleet, but Mr. Apio Ofori kicked against it, arguing that the company has refused to account for the numerous buses purchased for them under the Kufuor administration, and would therefore be imprudent for the government to incur more debts on its behalf. And the government had on Tuesday sought the approval of the legislators for funds to buy 50 new buses for the company. In another news, the NPP Member of Parliament for Manhyia has asked the Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing to bring the STX deal to Parliament for debate and stop the unnecessary gimmicks. Mr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh said that Tuesday's press conference by Mr. Alban Babin was needless, and the comments at that press conference quite unfortunate. He said if the concerns of the minority that necessitated the withdrawal of the $1.5 billion deal had been addressed, the minister should lay the bill before the House and desist from populist political point scoring media blitz. In another headlines, owing to the deplorable condition of accommodation at the Central Police Station in Accra, the situation has compelled the authorities to accommodate some of the hard-working police officers in a canteen. Too bad, and members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Defence and the Interior were shocked when they were taking round some of the facilities, especially the accommodation and toilets at the Central Police Yard. Welcoming the honourable members of the Committee on Defence and Interior, the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander DCOP Rose Bio Atinga told members that among other things, that accommodation was key to the police service and needs responsible people like members of the August House to come to their aid. And also, about 8 students of Christ for All Senior High School in Zebula in the Northern Region have been rushed to the Zebula Hospital following injuries sustained in bloody clashes between senior and junior students of the school. The clashes left the students with head wounds and several injuries on their bodies. The headmaster of